Okay, beautiful people. So before you watch the complete video, let me show you something in the Netherlands. So this is a museum I visited one time when I just came into the Netherlands. The name of this museum is called Frisian Museum, and it is located in Friesland in Leeuwarden. So if you come to Leeuwarden, you can just after the train station you can just ask for Frisian Museum. It is not far from the train station. I think 3 to 4 minutes is okay for you. So I decided to show you this in case you are visiting the Netherlands, or if you are a student, then you may want to take a look at some ancient stuff. Yeah, Frisian Museum is not really a big museum, but it is a great place to be. I've been there like 5 times because there is a particular project we did in school. We were working with officials from the Frisian Museum. Yeah, as a matter of fact, I know all the angles in this place. So I decided to show you so you see. Probably you may learn one or two, but if you have a chance, you can always take a walk to the Frisian Museum, take a look at it, read some of the things, the artifacts, everything you see, and if it benefits you, good and fine. There is a lot of architecture in there. There is a lot of ancient stuff in there. There is a lot of history embedded in the Frisian Museum. So if you're an art student, it will help you. Now, take a look at this. Okay, guys, so let's take a look at this video. Before you watch the complete video, this is a gathering I attended in Germany in 2024. This was December 2024, and I removed the background sound. Now let's enjoy
I've been
the
saying,
video.
Milton, we will want to know how the job situation is, how much you spend per a month in the Netherlands, and how we should go about accommodation. Now, if you check this channel, you are going to see the videos I did about accommodation, what you should expect, and everything. Then, the video on how jobs operate here, what to expect, what you need to know, they are equally on the channel already. So today we are going to talk about how much I spend each month in the Netherlands, like the money I spend. And I'm going to talk about six things: the money I spend on rents, the money I spend on groceries, the money I spend on transportation, the money I spend on eating out, the money I spend on exercise, and the money I spend on entertainment. These are the things I'm going to talk about because, of course, I think these are the things a student need, right? Now, let's go further. But before we go further, I want to say there is a booking link below. If you want to talk to me one on one, click that link, you book a call, then you come and we discuss. Thank you. Let's talk about how much I spend every month in the Netherlands. Well, I live alone in my one room and everything is there, but I use the external toilet. Okay, I do not have self-contained because it was a bit difficult for me to get that. Remember, I'm sharing my life updates here. Take charge of yourself and always stand tall because, of course, you are in a foreign country. You don't have a father here. Even if your father is still on or not, you do not have a mother. You are on your own. So don't leave because you see people living. And again, I'm a very calculative somebody. I mean, before I do things, I think. Now, so like I told you, it depends on what accommodation you get, but that was what I found. And again, looking at when I came in and a whole lot of things, my academics was important, so I had to take it. And when I took it, I realized that many people were now looking for something like that because what they saw they couldn't afford. Okay, I know a lot of people who are paying more than me, but again, it is what it is. So my rent every month, I pay my rent every 16, right? Every 16. The details I won't share here. And the money I put into the company's account is 430 euros. I live alone, like I told you guys. Now, 430 euros is inclusive of internet, water, and I think there is another one. What is that? Yeah, that is that. When I pay this 430 into the company's account, I don't give anything again for rent. That is my money for the month. Now, let's go to the groceries. Please calculate in your own local currency so you know. Some people are paying more than me. I know almost all the people I know, they pay more than me. But again, like I said, I don't live fancy here. I am a student, so I have a budget. And if I had a way to even bring this rent to 200 euros, I will do that. But again, this is the Netherlands. Anything you see, you take it. You guys already know. So groceries, my groceries per month, I'm calling it groceries, whatsoever it may be, just take it like that. Well, I buy food stuff most of the time. I buy weekly, like today. I got some stuff today, and at the end of the month, I think I can spend around 70 to 80 euros for my food stuff. Yes, because like I said, I barely eat. I'm barely home, and I'm so busy. Sometimes I only grab my stuff and put in my bag. So sometimes let's just put it at 80 euros. Some months it doesn't reach this. Some months it goes towards this. Yes, I think this month it went towards this because I traveled to Germany, and again I had to feed myself, you understand. But that is by the way. So let's just put my groceries at 80 euros. Then transportation, I live 10 minutes away from my school. My house is not far from school, and again I have a bicycle, though it has a problem now, but I have a bicycle. Okay, so most of the time I take it. I even trek to my house. This week I've been trekking. So on transportation, I don't pay anything except that I'm late. Then I can use my bus card to pay. There is money I put in that bus card, 20 euros. I think it was 28 euros. Now it's I still have like 20 euros inside. So basically, I can say I don't use transportation. I don't pay anything for transportation, and that money I put in that account in that card because I was to travel around, and of course, it's still part of transportation. But for moving to school, I do not spend anything to go to school. Okay, I can walk to school. I always walk. So that is it. Then for eating out, I spend 0 euros because, of course, I don't eat out. That is my first thing. Secondly, is because the food here is quite different. I'm in a different culture. You know that, and I'm so selective when it comes to food. I don't just eat anyhow. So what I eat, I cook. However, if I'm outside, then I can buy stuff. But this is not like outside. Like I travel to another place. Like I bought stuff in Germany, but it's not inclusive. But for that, I should sit and go to a restaurant that I want to eat because I don't have food at home. I don't do that. I cook what I eat. Okay, so 0 euros for that. Then for exercise, I do not pay any money for exercise. If you guys follow me on Instagram or TikTok, yeah, Instagram, or even anywhere on Facebook, you would have noticed that I always walk around my vicinity, around the estate I stay, and the balls. There are some balls I bought. Those balls I bought them for 28 euros. The 10 kilogram balls you guys saw me with. So I use them for my workout. Now it's on hold because I'm struggling with exam and a whole lot of things. After I'm done, then I can kickstart with my exercise again. But that is enough for me. I do not need a gym. I do not need anything. Just those balls, they are okay for me. Then for entertainment, YouTube, Spotify, cinema, Netflix, I do not pay anything for that because of course I have data. I have not subscribed to anything. I see some of you have Netflix, fantastic, but I don't have that. I don't have Spotify. Well, I have one in my phone. I use YouTube mostly because of course work mostly with YouTube. So that is it. Zero for entertainment. Maybe let's just put 28 for exercise, then 0 for eating out, 0 for transportation, right? 80 for groceries and rent, 480. If you put everything together, you will see, I don't know how much that is. In CFA France is around approaching 400,000 every month. So this is what you need to know if you are moving here. Please always calculate in euros. Like I said, everything is pushing towards 500 euros. Now, before you come, know that you have to pay a deposit, okay, and your rent. Because definitely, if you find an apartment or a room like me in an apartment, because of course you have to take a room in an apartment, like I told you. So if it happens like that, then this is what you are going to maybe get something around that amount. Yours may be a bit slightly above mine. Well, it depends again. So please put all these things to consideration and then think. It's important. Now, if you listen to me very well and do this calculation, you will see that in a month I don't spend up to how much? 1,200, right? I spend, maybe if you want to calculate, it should be around 600 euros. Let's just leave it at 600. Now, the immigration says that you need at least 1,200, 1,300 per month, right? If you multiply that money you give the school, your living cost, 14,000 or 15,000 euros divided by 12 should give you around 1,000, 1,002. Not so. That's to tell you that it is the government, right? They are just saying if at all you don't find a cheap something, you will have to pay something from 800 or above. Even at that, there are accommodations here that when you get, the government supports you. If you get accommodation with the school, the government supports you.
Watch this. Okay, guys, so I received this message yesterday while I was returning from Germany, and I will just go straight to the point. But before I go to the message, please, if you have such a question or if you doubt anything, go to my YouTube channel and listen to my videos. Okay, if you listen to my videos and you still have a problem, drop a comment below in the comment section. And if you think a one-on-one is what can help you, then please do not hesitate to book that call. It's quite affordable and can help you. Now, this is the question from this young lady. She said, hello Milton, how are you doing? Should I legalize my academic credentials before applying to Lithuania? Now, according to this question, I replied her already. So in case you watch this video, I am talking to you. Um, from my knowledge and from everything I know, you do not need to actually legalize your documents before applying to or for universities or for a program in Lithuania. However, you should understand that there is something that is always written on the school website. It is called requirements to apply for that particular program or the specific program you are interested in. Also understand that on that program website or the program you are interested in, when you find a university, the program you are interested in, check because there should be an application deadline. I am explaining these things so that at the end of the day, you don't do things otherwise. Because if you're asking me such a question, it means you haven't done your research. Now, when you check the requirements, which is very important, check the application deadline, very important. Check the tuition fee, which is very important. The next thing to do now is to apply. Now, let me use a scenario which occurred recently. I was working with somebody on his application. Okay, then when he got a rejection from another country, I told him, okay, what is the way forward? Because I did the application. I told him what to do. He came to me via a call. I told him what to do. I said, okay, this is what we should do. Do not put your eggs in one basket. He was like, oh, Milton, the application fee, 100 euros. I cannot, I don't. I said, look, okay, do you want to stay back? He said, no. I said, okay, the next thing you need to do is apply. When I was checking the requirements, there was nothing there like legalize your documents. But along the way, the university requested that we should do legalization high school document. High school documents here is her O levels and A levels. So who does the legalization? It is the GCE board, which is not legalization. It is basically what we call confirmation of results. So it was sent. When he did that, I informed the school, sent to them. Then they came back and said they want to see his final graduation degree, like the official degree certificate, not the attestation of completion of studies. Now, this brings me back to some of the questions you guys are asking me, and I've said it clearly times and again that it's important to always check what the school is asking you. It's important to always follow your admissions duly because you can submit your documents now and they tell you that no, these documents, we do not trust them. Could you bring authenticated versions to us to prove that they are legit? This is where you have to now go to the GCA board and ask for confirmation of results. You take to the ministries, you legalize them, then you send to them. Otherwise, they will not give you the admission. But was this process mentioned on the school website? Absolutely no. So this is the way it works. And if you do not know all these things, you will not succeed. And listen, guys, processing of documents takes a long time to come. There are some countries that will give you admissions in 2 weeks.
others in 3 weeks, others in 2 months, others in 3 months. So you have to be attentive to what you are doing. If you are working with somebody, work with a legit person. I'm saying these things because I cannot help you fight your millions that are gone. Some of you are complaining to me that, oh, you gave millions to this company, they run away, they close the office. That is because you are not doing research, right? I can only advise, but I cannot do otherwise. Thank you so much. And please do not forget to check the YouTube channel. There is a lot of materials there. My channel is like a mini library. Trust me, if you follow it well, listen to me, do your own little research, you would be in Europe next year. Till we meet again. Bye bye.